The quiet town of Elmwood had always been a safe haven, a place where neighbors knew each other by name and front doors were rarely locked. That was why the fire at Alicia Johnson's home shook the town to its core. Alicia was more than just a resident, she was the heart and soul of Elmwood. As a community leader, she worked tirelessly to help those in need, organizing food drives, mentoring troubled youth, and advocating for social justice. Her charisma and generosity made her beloved by all. But on that fateful autumn night, the community watched in horror as her house became an inferno, flames devouring everything in sight. The fire that changed everything. It was around midnight when the fire began. Thick black smoke curled into the night sky, the scent of burning wood and plastic filling the air. By the time the fire department arrived, the house was already beyond saving. The blaze had started in the living room and spread rapidly, leaving nothing but a charred skeleton of what once was a home. Alicia had been out of town that evening, attending a leadership summit in Chicago. If she had been home, the tragedy could have been far worse. But someone had been in the house that night, her boyfriend, Daniel Carter. Daniel had moved in with Alicia 6 months prior. At first, the community had welcomed him with open arms. He was charming, attentive, and seemingly devoted to Alicia. But as the flames settled and the fire investigators combed through the wreckage, questions began to arise. Suspicion takes root. Initial reports suggested an electrical fire, but something didn't add up. Investigators found multiple points of ignition, and accelerants were detected in the debris. This was no accident, this was arson. When authorities questioned Daniel, his story was shaky at best. He claimed he had been asleep when the fire started and barely escaped with his life. However, surveillance footage from a neighbor's security camera told a different story. Just minutes before the fire erupted, Daniel was seen hurriedly leaving the house with a duffel bag in hand. As the investigation deepened, Alicia returned to a town swirling with rumors and doubts. Her home was gone, but the betrayal she was about to uncover would cut far deeper. A double life revealed. Alicia had always believed she knew Daniel inside and out. He had told her he was a freelance financial consultant, working odd hours but making enough to sustain himself. But when investigators delved into his background, a much darker truth emerged. Daniel Carter was not who he claimed to be. His real name was David Calloway, and he had a criminal past that stretched across several states. Fraud, identity theft, and a history of conning successful women out of their money. It was all there in the records. Alicia was devastated. The man she had trusted, the man she had envisioned a future with, had been using her all along. But the most chilling revelation was yet to come. The motive behind the blaze. Daniel's financial situation was dire. His bank accounts were empty, his past schemes had dried up, and Alicia had recently grown suspicious of his frequent business trips. She had begun asking questions, prying into his life, and Daniel knew his time was running out. Alicia had an extensive insurance policy on her home, one that Daniel was well aware of. If he could burn the house down and play the victim, he might manipulate Alicia into claiming the insurance money and sharing it with him. But what he hadn't counted on was the fire investigation being so thorough or Alicia being strong enough to see through his lies. Justice and closure. With overwhelming evidence against him, Daniel was arrested and charged with arson, fraud, and attempted insurance fraud. The town of Elmwood, though shaken, rallied around Alicia, offering their support and helping her rebuild her life from the ashes. The ordeal had left scars, but Alicia was not one to be broken. She continued her work in the community, using her experience as a cautionary tale about trust, deception, and resilience. And as for Daniel, his dark secrets were exposed for all to see. His web of lies unraveled, and justice was served. In the end, the fire that had threatened to destroy everything Alicia had built only made her stronger. Elmwood had lost a house, but it had gained an even more determined leader, one who had faced betrayal and come out the other side, ready to fight for the truth, no matter the cost. And this brings us to the end of the story. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't hesitate to like the video and share it with your friends too. Subscribe our channel and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories. Have a nice day.